Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. Alright, and this lesson is going to go into a video the Elder Apostle Gabar uploaded, going into this guy by the name of Coach Greg Adams, and he was breaking down of how when you have a baby with these women, you know, how they use you, you know, they use your hard-earned money, all right, as a form of support. Now, in this world, they call it child support, you know, but really it's her support, you know. You support her habits, her shopping habits, you know. And basically, he's just going into how, as a man, you know, you got to have discipline. All right, knowing what you're doing before you do it. Okay, and I want to land back as the Apostle Gabar entitled this lesson. Watch this video, get mad and think. You know, and when I seen it, I'm like, man, one thing it tells me is the fear of the Lord is the most important thing we can have. You know, because this world, wickedness happens. You know, the wicked gets away with their wickedness because the wicked is in rulership. You know? Well, actually, let me just grab that real quick. Okay, this is the book of Psalms. Chapter 12 and verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Okay? And the vilest men is the lowest among the heathen. Alright? Known as Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? He's exalted. He's put in a rulership seat. So wickedness abounds. Okay? You, as the man, have no say-so according to where your money goes. Alright? And you know, if a matter comes up against you, all right, and something that you had to do with, as he was breaking down in family court, you don't have any rights. All right, the only right you have is the right to shut up. You know what I'm saying? And get beat over the head, because that's what's gonna happen when you go into them courts. Okay, and hey, it goes into, you know, our slavery. As the scriptures say, Deuteronomy 28 and 65, I want to say, which I may grab it later, going into how ye shall find no rest among the nations where I shall scatter you. Because we chose, all right, not to fear the Lord. Okay? This is the book of Ecclesiastes. Chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people. A wise judge will instruct his people how? According to the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And the government of a prudent man is well ordered. You know, because this is the Most High's. The Most High is the ultimate boss of this place. And just like on the job, you know, if your boss seeing you do what you got to do, all right, he's seeing every time you come back that, you know, everything is to where he left it. You know, you're following his orders, then he's not gonna mess with you. Okay, but if it's the opposite way around, he's gonna have a bone to pick with you. In this world, as it's being pushed, you know, after homosexuality, you know, all types of wickedness, man. You know, hey, you got buildings. All right, that's another thing against the scriptures. Everything that's written against the scriptures. All right, you know, push people to eat pork and shrimp, and you know, you push adultery in the music industry. All of these things, the Lord disallows, and when He comes back, He's gonna check you on that. You know, so it says, in the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself. so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. You see? So, as the ruler's wicked, alright, he's going to allow his children, his minion, to be wicked because he doesn't know any other way. You know? And this is why wickedness exceeds in this place. This is why this place must be destroyed. Okay? But the destruction of this place, of this world, which was given to our sakes, started because we went away from our power. Okay? So, to make us jealous, you know, the Lord, or to make us jealous, to teach us a lesson, you know, he gave into the hand of our oppressors. As promised, he would do in Deuteronomy 28. Okay? But this is, actually, let's go to that, man. So this is Deuteronomy. Salakia, forgot to put on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Deuteronomy 28 and verse let's start at 12. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the works of thy hand, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of Yahweh thy power, which I command thee this day to observe and to do them, and thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I commanded thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. But it shall come to pass, if thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. You see? So the curses of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to overtake us, man. Alright? Whereas the blessings was 14 verses, the curses are, 53 verses, man. So the Lord really cursed us up. And through this, we definitely learn to fear the Lord. So much wickedness is happening, and we, just as Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation, the filthy lifestyle of this place, man. I'm sure at every brother's job there's a butch, there's a Mo, just a whole bunch of wickedness. It's adultery going on, it's just a whole bunch of wickedness is going on, and no one's doing nothing about it, man. We have to suffer that because we have sinned. We have to suffer that. All right. But now I'm gonna read, a few of the curses. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. You see? So, as he was going into, there's going to come a situation, whether it be child support normally, or either child support or alimony, alright? It leads to you being taken to the cleanest, alright? All your investments, all your life's work is going down the drain, Now you 60, 62, 63, close to retirement, you got to work all these hours to recoup all that money you know, this woman stole from you, you know, in a matter of, in a matter of a day, really. You know, it says, "Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kin and the flock of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out." You know, and you curse coming into this world. In this world, you automatically, well, first of all, you come into a world filled with chemtrails, chemicals, metals in the air. All right, you come into this world where you're getting pricked and vaccinated, and you curse when you're going out, because if you're in debt, you're in debt. You know what I'm saying? Or, your loved ones got to pay an arm and a leg just to bury you. You know, or you may go out in a horrible way, such as cancer. You know, where even then Esau's milking the shit out of you, putting you on chemotherapy, killing you even faster and more worse. Okay, so now I want to jump to Deuteronomy 28, and what was I talking about? "65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind." This is why to this very day, you're still trying to figure out why this, you're still marching for peace. You're still marching to get your oppressor to see that your life matters. Meanwhile, he's showing you that you don't. So this is let me keep reading. "And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life." And a lot of times Jake will see each other, a family member or whatever, where you say "love you" or "I see you later," or a new thing now Jake is saying is "be safe." All right, because Esau is just going crazy. And it's all according to the curses, because again, we chose to walk away from the Lord. "In the morning thou shalt say, Would God it were even." You go to work, hoping and wishing the day is over, and then at night you shall say, "Would God it were morning." Because now you think, at night in your bed, all right, you're worrying about all the shit you got to do the next day. "For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see." And this was more so relevant in hardcore slavery, where you could be sleeping and master coming in, want to have fun with your wife, or maybe even you, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships." Okay, here in America, all right, how do we come over here with ships? That's obvious. Egypt meaning bondage. "By the way whereof I spake unto thee." As a matter of fact, that dollar bill that this devil holds so mighty, what does it have in the back? Egyptian pyramid, symbolizing this is your bondage. Okay, and day and night, what you toil, you work for that bondage. Which ain't worth shit. "And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake with thee, thou shalt see it no more again." So we're not going to see the land of peace. We're not going to see Yerushalayim anymore again. And you're not going to see it as you knew it as, as your safe haven. You're not going to see it as that. There's not going to be no safe haven for you. All right, you got so-called, you got Jake's Israelites over there now, but this devil is looking at pushing them out over there in the land of Israel. Because it's not safe for you. All right, here it is. The Iranians want to bomb that place to hell and back. "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay? And out of all the presidents, none of them give a damn about you. You know? Not one. Alright? Not even, these politicians. None of them, man, give a damn about you. Alright? But this is Job. That's why the fact that this place is falling is music to our ears, man. You know? And it's any day now. You know? I was just thinking, over here, it just passed, a thunderstorm just passed. And I was just thinking how Esau is going to use, a thunderstorm, a tornado, something, alright, to cause a outage. Because that's a big thing that they're not talking about either. All these outages is happening. And then that could lead to what Esau, because Esau is always doing some wickedness. So that could lead to, the next step in this society. Which Esau wants to crash this system, alright, and create a new way of slavery, otherwise known as the New World Order, where everybody's getting chipped. Alright, and amongst that, what else is happening is World War III. Alright, what else is happening is a famine is on its way. Alright. Hey, more than ever, over here in the States, you have constant unemployment. People not talking about that. These big, popular name brand stores are closing down year after year. Okay. So this is Job chapter 28, verse 28. And unto men he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. And to depart from evil is understanding. Okay, and what are you understanding? You're understanding your latter end. Alright, you understand what's going to come afterwards if you don't fear. Just like, with your parent, if you act like you can't hear them, guess what? They're going to come over there and make you feel them. They're going to be crying, you're going to be mad at the parent. Meanwhile, you should have just listened in the first place. Okay? So this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 verse 21. Humble thyself before thou be sick. Slakia. Verse 20. Before judgment examine thyself, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy. Alright, because the Lord said his servant shall eat. And when you look into that word servant, it means a slave. Alright, what are we slaving for? How are we slaves? By giving up our weekends. Alright, by giving up our appearance. By the foolishness of preaching. Alright. Because that's another thing, man. Preaching is to us, it's a beautiful thing. But to the world, it doesn't make sense because you're putting yourself out there in Front Street. Alright, but the Lord required that of us. So we're going to find mercy when the Lord brings this judgment. And he is going to bring judgment. Humble thyself before thou be sick, and in the time of sin, and in the time of sins, shew repentance. Let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not until death to be justified. Jumping down to verse 24. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face. And for a period of time he has turned his face away from us. The scriptures speak about that 3 days and a half, to where our enemies were able to do whatever they wanted. But the spirit of life came back unto us, which is Yahweh Shai. Alright? And the closer, or the more the Most High singles in on this place, the more death, the more destruction, the more hell is going to come. As written of in Amos 9 and 8, behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon his sinful kingdom, to destroy it off the face of the earth. Because our prayers, as we are those just lots, are being heard in the ears of the Heavenly Father. and the more wickedness is happening, the more prayers are going up, you know. And eventually, as the Lord said to I believe it's Abram in Genesis 18 and 20, it says because their sins were so great, that's why he had to destroy Sodom and Egypt. You know? And guess who was saved? Just Lot. You know? Yeah, man, so that's pretty much it. The Most High is bringing judgment. I was going to bring out Proverbs 1 and 27, which basically goes into how the Lord is going to bring your fear upon you because you didn't think upon the end. And the end is not, you know. So with that, shalom to the elect.